Hello, this is Kelle Santin with Kelletrains. Kelletrains is my company. I am a personal trainer and I want to show you today some things with the TRX straps. So TRX straps, you can use them for a variety of exercises, literally thousands of things you can do on here. The way it works is it uses your body weight as resistance. It is a suspension trainer, meaning that you are suspended and you're basically pulling or pushing your own body weight. And then it also uses vectors or angles to increase or decrease the difficulty and the amount of weight that you're pushing or pulling. So today we're going to do a simple beginner workout. It's going to be something that I've done with my client Marie, and just basic movement patterns to get you kind of get a feel for the TRX straps, how they work, how they feel, the different positionings, and so on. All right, so we're going to start with some stretching, and I'm going to instruct you on how to lengthen and raise your straps. Okay, so you've got your straps attached to your anchor point here, if you can see that. Okay, so as you can tell, I have my straps attached to a in my garage here, to my storage unit. It's not ideal, but it's very doable. Okay, as long as it can support your weight, then you should be good to go. So this is perfectly fine. This similar setup would be if I had it anchored to a door, something like that, or against a wall, which also you will see. Anyway, so you have your straps, you have these clasps here, clips, I like to call them. So right now my straps are at mid-length, which is the delineation between the gray and the black on the strap. And I'm just going to open the clip and then pull down. And as you can see, the yellow tab comes down. So now I have them fully lengthened. But for this first exercise, I'm going to have my straps at mid-length. So I'm going to pull them back up, just opening up the clasp and then pulling with the yellow tab to that mid-length position. Again, it's the delineation between the gray and the black. All right? So first one's going to be a little bit of a warm-up. We'll do 2 warm-up exercises and then we will get started. So whenever I have my straps in hand, I want my chest up nice and tall, and I want to feel my tummy muscles squeezing and my glutes also squeezing a little bit. We call this the active plank position, so you want to get into an active plank before you start. And then you're going to push your hands out, palms facing the ground, nice flat back, reach those arms out as far as you can, and then you come back up to your starting position, squeezing the glutes, pushing your shoulders down. And we'll do that 5 times. Inhaling, and then exhaling as you come out of it. Squeezing those glutes. Inhale. Exhale. Doing good. Keep pushing those arms out as far as you can go, getting a good stretch in the back of the legs. Stretch in the shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Reach it out. And pull in. Squeeze the glutes. 1 more. Push it out. And then reach it back. Nice. Okay, so that's our first stretch. Our number 2 stretch is going to be facing away from the anchor. So my anchor's over here. And for this one, because of my strap setup, I'm going to go with a longer strap. Typically, if you have the ideal setup, which some of you do, with the X mount on the top of the ceiling somewhere, either in your garage or whatever, that's going to be probably the best way to utilize your straps. However, we make do with what we've got, so we're going to step out. So again, I'm facing away from my anchor. I'm going to place the straps on top of my shoulders. I'm going to go palms down into the straps, active plank position. And I'm going to step forward, bringing my arms up into a Y, and then step back, feet together. Then I step forward, arms out in a Y, step back, feet together. So let me show you that one from the front. Gotta move you around here. Okay. So here's my straps. Again, I'm gonna start facing away from the anchor. I'm going to press firmly down on my handles, creating that active plank position. I'm gonna step forward, arms out in a Y. Now, the question here could be, what am I doing with the legs? Because you can't see my legs as well. So you could do two ways. You could do a step out. You always want to step off. I'll face sideways so you can see a little bit better. So you can step sideways and bend both knees, or you can step and straighten that back leg. It all depends on what you're trying to do. And since this is warm up, I'm going to do it both ways. So now I'm bending both knees, and then I'm going to go into straight leg. Okay, so a little bit of a calf stretch. I'm trying to keep that heel down. And I'm going to do two more. We'll do some bending of the knees. Notice I go a little bit lower. It's a little bit more challenging. Okay, great job. So, what your warm-up should consist of would be 2 to 3 exercises. Not too challenging, but ones that will get your heart rate up. And so my heart rate is up just a little bit, getting prepared for the work that I'm going to do. So now we start our workout. We're going to take our straps and bring them up to about mid-length, and we're going to do squats. So I'm going to face my anchor point. I'm going to bring my elbows into my sides, creating that active plank position. Stomach is tight, glutes are squeezed. I'm going to put my feet into a squat position. So for me, this is about 14 inches apart, and my toes are facing out at a slight angle. From here, I'm going to sit down into my chair and then come back up and squeeze my glutes. So for this one, I really want you to see how my legs are placed. I'm going to put you back here so you can see the whole enchilada. All right, so here we go. We're going to do 12 squats. So I am here looking at my anchor. My feet are in my squat position. I'm in an active plank. I'm going to sit down into the chair, come back up, squeeze the glutes. So that's 1. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Squeezing those glutes. Remember, we're doing 12. This is 7. Not going too fast. Inhaling and exhaling. 4 more times. 1. 2. Keeping that chest nice and tall. 3. And 4. Okay, so that was 12 reps. The next exercise is going to be a low row. So low row, low means where the hands come at the end of the exercise, okay? So not where you are, but where your hands end up at the end. So I'm gonna take my straps and pull them out just a little bit. I'm facing my anchor. I'm gonna pull my hands into my chest and tuck my belly in. Here's my active plank position. Looking at my TRX, it says TRX right there on my anchor, I'm gonna extend my arms out all the way, maintaining the active plank, and then I'm gonna pull. Hands into the chest, that's 1. Inhale, exhale. Maintaining that active plank the entire time. Still going at that same slow pace. This is 4. If you don't feel like this is challenging enough for you, you could always walk your feet a little closer to your anchor. Good, we're halfway, we're at 6, 7, 8, doing awesome, 9, 10, 2 more times. Let's get a good squeeze in those shoulder blades. 1 more, 12. Okay, great job. All right, now from there we have a reverse lunge. So we're going to still be facing the anchor, and we're going to do a reverse lunge. So looking at the feet for a second. Okay, so I am standing nice and tall. I'm in my active plank position because I've got the handles in my hands, so I'm not just hanging out, slouching, droopy straps. Chest is up tall. I'm going to walk my feet in so my hand is right about here. Okay, handles are here. I'm going to step back, right foot first, toes on the floor, bend both knees. If you can get all the way to the ground, gently tap your knee and then bring your feet back together. Let's stay on that side. Inhale, exhale. Active plank. So we don't want to be pulling ourselves into the straps. We want to just balance and brace our core, holding on to those straps. Doing good. 5 more. 4. 3. Great job. Keep going. 2 and 1. Then without resting, we're going to switch to the other side. Down and up. You can rest when we're done. You don't need to rest now. This is the time for work. As you can see, my dryer's going. It's working. Keep spinning. Keep going. Doing nicely. Try to get that knee down as low as you can. Keep your chest up. Look at your TRX. Hey, it says TRX on that bright gold anchor that I have up there. 2 more. Up. Last one. Awesome job. Okay. So then, after that, we have a chest press. So for the chest press, you always want to go longest straps possible. So I'm going to take my clips, open them up, and pull. Easy peasy. Okay? And then I turn around, face away from my anchor, and I'm going to get into an active plank. This one is a little bit more challenging. So we have a couple of ways to do this, and I want to show you my foot position here, just to see the differences. So I'm facing away from my anchor. I'm going to walk my feet back and I'm on my toes. Here is the active plank, okay? Just holding this position is going to be challenging. So I want you to get comfortable here. If you do not feel comfortable in this position, then all you do to fix it is you put one foot slightly in front. You're still in the active plank, okay? But now you have a little bit of help with this leg. So figure out where your comfort zone is. Be comfortable uncomfortably. And we're going to do basically a standing push-up. So I'm going to take my hands and rotate them just slightly and then come down, maintaining plank, push back up. That's 1. Down, up. That's 2. Down, up. That's 3. If these get challenging halfway through, remember we're doing 12, what can you do? You can put a foot in front, not a problem. You can walk your feet out a little bit, not a problem. What is a problem is stopping. No stopping. Keep going, you got this. You got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1 more. 1. And done. Nice work. Okay, I know those are challenging, but you have options, you have variations. We have one more exercise here. This one works the back of the arms or the triceps. So the triceps actually are one of the helpers or synergists for a chest press. So you have to have nice strong triceps. So here's what we're going to do with this. Pay attention, because this one people get confused with a lot. So I'm going to come and face you. Here's where my hands go. I'm going to walk them up. Now I did walk my feet out a little bit farther, right? So where are my hands lined up? Basically with my eyes. I'm going to look at my straps, active plank. I'm going to bend those elbows, bringing my whole body down, and then push back up, straighten the elbows. Bend the elbows, straighten the elbows. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Good. Halfway there. Keep going. Same thing with the push-up or with the chest press and the tricep is that we can change our foot position to make it a little easier. So if it's getting too hard, you put that kickstand in front. We have 1 more. 1. Good. All right, great job. So that is our circuit of exercises on the TRX. So I'm going to go through those one more time. Usually you will rest about a minute, but for time's sake, I'm going to go through them a little bit faster pace. Follow along if you can. All right, so our first exercise is squats. We're going to go to mid-length straps. I'm going to stand facing my anchor, and I'm going to bring my elbows into my chest, active plank. I'm going to go into my good squat position, which means about 14 inches apart. Toes are facing out, chest is up top. I'm going to sit down and stand up 1. Doing 12 reps. Keeping my chest nice and tall, looking at the TRX emblem up there on my anchor. Breathing. So we can increase intensity just by speeding up a little bit, but one of the rules of TRX is you must own this exercise. If you cannot do it properly, slow down. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Awesome. So that should have been 12, but some of you know how I can count, which is not very good, so count your own reps. Okay, now I'm going to go into a low row. Remember, the low just signifies where the hand comes when we row. So we are facing our anchor. I'm going to walk my feet in so that my hands are at my chest. Basically in that end range position, active plank. I'm going to lean out, extending. I don't want to round my back. I want to keep my chest nice and tall and my shoulder blades squeezed. Inhale, exhale. Good. Maintain active plank. Straight legs, squeeze the butt. No slack in the straps. I'm on 8. What are you on? Good. Almost there. 1 more. Great. Good job. So now, still facing the anchor, we have our reverse lunges. So our chest is going to be nice and tall, and I'm going to step back tapping my knee on the ground, coming back, feet together. Tapping my knee, feet together. Maintaining active plank. Very nice. Down and up. Remember, you're only going as far as you can go, not as far as I can go. So I don't want you pulling yourself up with your straps. We're only holding on to those straps for stability, for core activation. 2 more. Last one. And you may ask, switch sides. How do I tell if I'm pulling myself up? Well, if you do not feel this in your legs, that could be an indication. You got this, keep going. Woo, breathing it out. This is the long haul. Gotta keep doing it, gotta go. Working on that muscular endurance. 2 more times. Last one. Down and up. Nice. Okay, then we go to chest press. So I already extended my straps all the way out, so they're in position. I'm going to turn and face away from the anchor, put the straps on top of my shoulders, like a lovely shawl. Facing you, here's my hand position. I go from here to slightly rotated, okay? So I walk back, get into a comfortable position. I am on my toes, active plank. I'm gonna come down, come back up. Now, when I did this before, I didn't have my hands wrapped around the handles. Perfectly fine if you wanna do it that way, because you have just as much stability one way or the other. And when people do TRX for the first time, very often they will have a death grip. You don't need a death grip. Okay, you are stabilizing with your whole entire body. So your hands aren't gonna do the work. You're doing the work. Your whole body's working together, hopefully, in unison to do these reps. So you don't have to hold on, but you can if you want to. Got 2 more. Nice, last one. Good job, those are tough. So remember, you have 2 variations. If you want to change your foot position, or you walk out a little further from the anchor, that changes the vector and it makes it easier. Okay, so the closer you are to the floor with your body, the harder it is. All right, we have our last exercise. It's the tricep extension. So, same hand position to start as I would with the chest press, but guess what? Yep, you guessed it, I gotta go higher. So I'm gonna go right in front of my face. Basically, I'm looking at the handles. And active plank, yep, you guessed it again. We're gonna bend at the elbows and press out. Now, personally, this feels a little easy for me. So, what should I do? Keep doing it? No. I'm going to make it a little more challenging. I'm going to step back and go on my toes. Active plank. Now, my point of contact on the floor is smaller. I've made my vector greater, so it's going to be more challenging. And this feels just about right. Well, there's one more thing I want to show you, but you have to come around the front. So I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, you keep going. 3. One thing that I want to show you before we're done. So what happens a lot of time is people will do the TRX tricep extension and they'll make this fault here. So I'm out and I go up here. Do you see my shoulders? I'm wearing them as earrings. They don't look very good, do they? Doesn't feel very good either. So make sure when you're doing those tricep extensions, you're pushing your shoulders down, slightly retracting or bringing together your shoulder blades and coming out, bending and straightening. All right, guess what? You're done. Great job. I'd like to see you do that twice a week. Use your TRX. These are all basic exercises. Next time I see you, we'll do some different ones because, like I said, there's thousands of things you can do with the straps. And if you need any help, you just shoot me a text. If you've got my number, send me an email. I'm at KelleSantin49@gmail.com. Bye. Have a great day.